Welcome to the lost episode iceberg. Hi guys, it's me again as an anthropomorphic Hockatiel, and today we're discussing the lost episode iceberg, which I made, which at the top there's the most noticed one, but at the bottom there's some that we don't know about it yet. I guess that's good here. At this new episode, the iceberg explains. But this is actually, for one, there's no intro. And warning, if it is watching this, please little guy, don't watch it. It will mostly get me in trouble, so please don't watch on your own risk, because we're going to talk about some scary stuff. If you're scared easily, please click away this video. Now, this is your only last chances before we begin. So, let's begin. Here we go. Red Mist. Red Mist is the lost episode about a Nickelodeon enter finding a lost episode called Red Mist. The episode begins as SpongeBob is disturbing script for his band practice, but then a mailman came earlier at this let that he said you have a recital. Then as we get to the recital, the animation looked kind of different with Squirrel with bloodshot eyes and everyone had bloodshot eyes. And then when Squirrel comes down and starts playing, they all boo very realistically. Squirrel was crying, then he left home. As he walked, he was in his bed softly until he finally stared into the camera with those eyes, which this image you're seeing right now, which is actually creeping me out right now. Because, yeah, I think I have 9% of this. And there were flashing images of dead bodies, children. And there's a laugh, and then another face until he starts smiling. Then there was a voice saying, "Do it. Do it." And then he starts shooting himself and sees him bury the story with blood. And then there was a famous lost episode creepypasta, and yes, I heard about the lost episode too. I even watched it. It was so messed up. So by the way, let's go to our next entry now. MaxRuby004 is the lost episode creepypasta about the author giving a gift to his cousin. One day when he was babysitting, it was a perfect time. And he was doing something, can you hear a blood-curdling scream, and actually his cousin was traumatized. And told him that it was a bad dream. He watched the whole episode and it was so dark. I heard about it. Well, actually, you can watch the full episode on YouTube right now. Actually, that's all I'm going to say because I heard about this pasta, so I'm not going to tell actually. Just we get to the next layer. Happy Happy. Happy Happy is a creepypasta about old Lost in the Junior show. Happy Happy. It seems normal for it, but it gets kind of dark very quickly. The author says so as the show progressed. There were many lost episodes, and no one knows that this show even existed. But who knows? If this show was real, I think I would watch the episodes right now. But there are no episodes real. The only footage is just the final episode, the towers, and some fans made by you. You can check them on YouTube. Dead Bart. Dead Bart's the lost episode of The Simpsons. When Bart mostly got kind of mad and they were going nature. He was playing around, but then Lane told him that to not stay to leave the bikes around. Then he says you're the worst, and then actually cuts the static, and then the plane opens and he starts falling, and then we see a shot of his dead body. Everyone was crying at the table. They went to a funeral, but as they got there, his body was on the ground. And there's a picture of Homer's face in our previous Simpsons episode that's also from Dead Bart. Suicide Mouse AVI is a lost episode about a lost episode of the black and white Mickey Mouse, the old class. Mickey just walking. But as the episode as it gets much darker and the streets go much very abandoned, and Mickey starts and his face starts turning much darker, much creepier, too smilish. And ends up being him killed in a gargoyle appear screen. And ends up with the Mickey face, and the episode ends. You can check out the Lost right now. Bye-bye. There's also a Friday Night Funkin' mod made of it. You can check it out and play yourself, so yeah. Rap Rat is a board game creepypasta. It says that the author's mother got them Rap Rat. They turn on the chest tape, but Rap Rat look horrifying, like really horrifying. And then after that, they were also traumatized. They got vivid nightmares until they forgot about it. Until one day, when he was older, he saw on tape. And then showed it to his girlfriend with some sort of face. And she told him what he found. Rap Rat. He explained everything, turned on the tape, and there were flashing creepy images, including one of a clown bursting with bloody things. Rap Rat was mad, including, he said, and the creepy little boys, wait your turn. And yeah, that's a creepypasta. The Black Friday was a lost media creepypasta which actually represents the Black Friday incident. The production team in the original Toy Story was going to be a bit much darker, but it turned it into much friendlier. But the original movie was darker. It all started normally until Mr. Potato Head pulled out one of his eye and looked underneath both people. But then Woody is mostly much angry and much mean to the toys. And then after that, he threw Buzz off the window, and some of his parts can be seen. And after that, well, actually, most in the movie, most goes much mature and see some images, and then it ends with a naked Woody spelling the word edge. The film needs more edge. Just edge. And then the Disney executives were so scared they put out because they didn't want the movie to be. But the original movie might be somewhere in their archives, or maybe it's destroyed. Someday this movie will be found, but who knows if this film will be found. Gregory's room. The author told he had a wonderful life and wanted to be a cartoon, but one day Nickelodeon, and some other kids, they told them that they're gonna watch a new pilot so they could air on Nick Jr. And then it showed Stagger Bird, but then it showed a nice little living room. And then there's a bald man. He said, "Oh, I didn't see you there." And then he says, "Hello, I'm Greg, and we're gonna have so much fun. We can look at the stars together. We can read a book together. And we can stare into the glorious flames together." But then it stares into his creepy face and says, "No matter what we do, it will be just the two of us. With no parents, no police, no one can hear you. Embrace me. I need love. Gregory is slow. The camera's in his face and the kids start. Alright. As they exit the room, he sneakily stole the tape, and then soon later it's on YouTube, so you can watch the full pilot episode. Doug's Real Life. It's a last episode of creepypasta of the author watching all episodes of Doug in 2005. But then all but one that he couldn't hear was Doug's Real Life, where he saw it back as a child. The episode began with the intro, but there were no characters, just the drawing lines. The episode played with Doug writing in a very dark abandoned room. The title appeared saying Doug's Real Life. The episode played out as Doug was going to school. And then it cut to we cut to an animation that was so dark. Poor Chuck was trying to talk to him, but then as the animation got dark, he cut to into just a piece of ham. And then he was talking to his parent, but no there. And then after that, it went back to the original anime. And then he was worried that his teacher's gonna tell his parents about the grade. So, yeah. But then he had a daydream of his parents getting mad at him and screaming at whatever. And then he went to his room with just nothing but just a diary and a pencil, and he write, "I can't tell which one's real." And the episode ends. Cupcakes. It's a minor member Pony creepypasta, which is not actually a lost episode, but actually the storyline could look like it will be of a lost episode. Yes, the story ends as Rainbow Jack walks by, and then Pinkie Pie comes and says, "Do you want to make cupcakes?" And then Rainbow Dash says yes, even though she does not know how to make them. Soon she starts tearing Rainbow Dash apart and blood comes out, and then visit to the other friends, like Twilight and stuff. And then the episode ends up her with a creepy smile, like this image you're seeing right now with the cup. And there you get the episode. Ed and Eddie lost episode. It's a lost episode of Ed and Eddie that accidentally aired on Cartoon Network. No one has or knows how it got there. But the kids who watched it were traumatized forever. Eddie was much grumpier and playing with the cul-de-sac kids. Eddie had like red eyes. Next to Ed, watching he mostly read. Then it cut to a scene when Taylor was running over, and then the scene got blurrier. It cut to a scene of Eddie getting worried. All you can hear is his footsteps, and you realize he's trapped. The worst of all is main claymation and much creepier. Like Sarah and Jimmy are at the dentist and said it hurts. Then there was a new character who was tall enough to not get seen. Worst of all, that Jimmy didn't have any legs or arms, and he had no teeth, and there was blood all over. Sarah was stepped outside as like Jimmy killed. Then commercials started to appear. Then we see the next characters, and yeah, we see like a Harry Ruff trying to kill his cow and eat him. And then actually you can mostly watch the whole episode. Yeah, but yeah, that's all I could say. Crazy Alien was a lost Nickelodeon horror movie. But some people who said they watched it is actually they were traumatized forever. It only aired once and never again until 2012 when the 90s are all that, also known as Blood, also known as now Nick Rewind. It aired. But the ones who watched it were traumatized forever. Candico was a lush TV show about a pirate going adventures, but then she was scared and me like these weird characters are seen. And mostly stare on the camera and screams can be heard. This show could have existed, but we're not sure actually. The Grieving. The episode, like it says, Gumball is staring in a dark room, blinking in the dark classroom. Then we see Richard in the black field, we'll see crying realistically. His mother, but also there was a screenshot of the mother with bloody eyes, and she looked much horrifying. And then he told the principal said that your children are then they're found. We see an image of Darwin's dead body. He was drawn realistically, and Annie's body in a box, mostly her head. And then Gumball, actually Principal Brown said that Gumball actually went home because he was sick. He was not. The Principal Brown mostly hanged, and Officer Donut came, and the rest of the police, they see Gumball hanging, and the episode ends. Tom and Jerry, he's just Dave. I haven't read the creepy. Well, I did heard it, but actually, I mostly forget it sometimes. Well, by the way, you can check it out on YouTube because I can't remember the whole, but it's about a lost VHS tape, so yeah. The Dawn is your enemy. I think we're gonna put some much creepier music for this one. It was a Lost Adult Swim that will air when it's signed off. But actually, in its last day, someone heard a blood-curdling scream in the sauna. Someone replied to turn it off and to stop it. And that was the last time it was heard. And that's the creepypasta. The Back His Go is not, it is a creepypasta, but not episode. I think it's because I saw it in another creepypasta iceberg, or maybe was put it in probably in some other one. I'm not sure. Thank you guys for watching the creepypasta iceberg. We'll see you in part 2. Bye.